Evening all, how are we doing? Excuse me below my schnoz a minute. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Which involves setting myself up here. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a good Tuesday. Evening Tango, evening Caldron, evening Grey. How's it going? Sort of settled in. I feel like everything's gone wandering off away from where it's meant to be. That's because it has a little bit. Okay, right. Ready to play a little more Avowed. And probably get into Fior mes Iverno today, I think, hopefully. Otherwise I'll have to change the title again. But I think we will. Should be good. Keep the glasses clean. Bit of a busy day today. Working on my video that I was expecting to have out tomorrow, but may or may not make it tomorrow at this point. And then I was like, I stopped for a bit, planned to go and have a nap, and barely got my head on the pillow. Then my phone's like, oh, by the way, you need to get back up and make another video now, because we got the date for the next update for Fallout. So I made that video this afternoon, and I've got another video to make tomorrow. Yeah, there's that. And once I've done that, then I'll jump back to the video I was making. So almost certainly not tomorrow, more likely Friday maybe, for the one I'm working on. My decoration guide video, which is going to be long because I'm starting off with a better part of 3 hours of footage, so this ain't going to be short. But that's kind of not the point. Sort of why I don't do these videos very often. They're there for those who want to watch them, but they do inevitably end up being quite long form. But yeah. Nonetheless, it's a busy couple of days, which is cool. It's good news. Shite, I dropped my phone. Oh, hang on. See, this is why it's a bit uncovered usually. What's my mother sending me? Good. My mum's sending me Amazon listings for catnip. It's been in quite a playful mood this evening. She's being adorable. Oh, I've rubbed my eye now, it's all being weird. But yeah, it's been a decent day. Let's get the Avowed on the go. We had a bit of an explorer around Emerald Stair last time and got to spot a bother with some creatures and helped somebody out of a sinkhole, and yeah, it was good. Yeah, good. Doing alright, thanks, Caldron. Long-form content is a funny thing. It depends on your audience. YouTube likes it because it keeps people on the platform longer and they can show them more ads. However, YouTube only likes it if people will click on it, which is the ultimate litmus test for anything, really. The problem is, for a lot of people and a lot of channels, especially in recent years, anything that's remotely long, if I have a video that's 19 minutes, that will get automatically more views because it starts with a 1 than a 20-minute video that might only be a second longer, because that number at the bottom right corner will start with a 2. A lot fewer people will click on it. Well, not vast numbers, but still. Generally speaking, it does affect the performance, so for most things I try to keep them under 20 minutes. Some things I want them under 15 if I can. And depending on what's going on, maybe even under 10. Well, going longer gets people who are particularly interested in the topic in, but you tend to get less, people who have got time constraints, or less young people and things like that, because I just don't want to sit there and watch something that long. Which to some degree I understand, to other degrees I'm somewhat saddened by. Right, in our centre now, and I like everything's all over the place a little bit at the minute. I move some things around, it's not quite the same. Oh damn, I meant to take that downstairs. Oh well. Right, this is game. Bloody hell! It's excessive. You have a few that are around 8 hours. What the fuck is going on here? Some weird audio shit going on. Which is the loading thing. Yeah, there's a few long videos, a few really long ones I watch, so they tend to be live stream VODs and stuff like that. If I'm watching longer form stuff, there's some stuff that gets on for the better part of an hour that I watch. There's a guy in Holland who makes swords, and he does it with no commentary and no music. It's just sort of the sound of him making the sword, and edits it to a reasonably rapid rate. But it start to finish, he edits the whole thing down to about an hour, and that makes for some pretty cool content. So, let's camp. Where the fuck's the exit? I'm kind of fenced in a little bit here. Blacksmith ASMR, yeah, basically. Not quite ASMR really, but I'm tempted to leg it down here and just see what's going on down here, but meh. She's been shouting for a lot of attention this evening, which may have had something to do with, catnip might have had something to do with that. Yeah, this is just going to annoy me if I don't clear this off, isn't it? I can't get around that way though, because I can't get through there, but just a bunch of undead casually working the farm. It's barred, but there's something going on in there. I thought there might be. I'll find a way in. Probably. That was promising. Successful no dialogue. Yeah, for the right sort of topic, it works well. And it is quite cool. I kind of wonder if they, now I'm thinking actually, oh no you don't. Oh shit. I may have effed up. If a long form building video might work in a no dialogue format.
Nice work.
So the good news is I'm not dead. Begs the question, why had she barred a one of her revenants into yeah, why she barred locked one of her revenants in a barn? Also, I did hear the sound of a lockbox or something, some treasure somewhere, and I can't find it now. Mine is to be locked in from the inside. Locked himself in, maybe. So I looted it and didn't realise. Well, there's some. Could loaf her beats, maybe, yeah. It's a possibility. I'm somewhat curious as to whether such a thing might work, but... or sceptical, rather, is probably a more accurate way of describing my feeling on the subject. Maybe it'd be something random to try. I don't know. Just kind of thinking how I can do this in a way that's not going to be horrifically unmanageable. But I don't know. Might work. Okay, so we kind of went along the coast and then up this way. If I sort of clear this and we'll see what we've got from there, I guess.
Come back after you investigate the lake.
Yeah. It's the other side of town, isn't it? So. It's a nice boat. I do love the art style of this game, I have to admit. Market list. It's a shopping list. I've seen a few people complaining around here when I help myself to this stuff. At the same time, they're not actually trying to stop me, so... Potter's Night. You actually placed an order for a replica of a godless vase. Again, I suppose she's obsessed. The way she looks at dusty urns and pots is borderline obscene. What part of dead civilization does she not understand? I make pottery in taste and style of the living. Besides, godless pottery is pretty fragile, practically shatters when you breathe on it. No, here I draw the line. If she wants one, she'll find her own. Huh. Interesting. She did go and find her own, and we had to get it for her. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think they're great, yeah. I don't know that the game is better for not having it, but I do agree that not every game needs to have it. I do quite like the way Skyrim handles it to a certain extent. I like the fact that it has that system and there's punishment in prison and stuff. It doesn't handle it as effectively as it could do, as complexity as it might, but no games really do, so... even Cyberpunk and stuff like that, or Red Dead for big, more recent games that have a lot of complexity. The police just sharp and shoot you. That's about it. And Skyrim's actually more complex than that in a way. I remember when the fish I remember when the fish swam into our nets, when the rivers twinkled with promise, when the harvest was so bountiful you could recline in the shade and let nature run its course. Now the fish ignore bait and avoid the net. They sense a new danger approaching. If people listened to their instincts, we'd have all fled the living lands by now. Oh well, another one for the hook. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. I wouldn't have bet on it, buddy. With the way shit's been going lately. Farmer's market. Oh, nice. These weird tapir, cow, bird things. Those feathers or scales on them? I don't know. I'd like to know what those things are called. Just because they're interesting looking. So plate's going here, Carl. Nice. I was discussing the possibility recently. I'm not going to do it. I am on the brink of starting Baldur's Gate 3 again.
If you came to bless the crops, you're too late.
Oh, is it not priest? Lisa Malka. Something like
You're
that.
the first godlike to come through in...
Clarissa?
Well,
Probably.
I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
Playing a Nord vampire who's a Hindu master of Talos. So, what's that? Thunderbolt and biting, very, very frightening. Would that be the line? That's pretty hard to say this sounds. Not a bad sign. Don't burden me with your superstition. What makes you think my presence mean anything? Well, it's definitely not a bad sign.
I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
Before that happens, I need to consult with an animancer. Also, the settlement's for aid. If you've got anything left to sell, could ask other settlements for aid.
You'd think so, but they don't approve of animancy. Something about undead farmhands makes them nervous. They still buy our crops, mind you, when the harvest's good.
Yeah, happy to buy the crops, but punish you when you need something back. Hands out when they want something, not but the minute you need a favour in return, it's you're a witch. Yeah. How are you doing now? You alright? Let's see what you got for sale. Fine axe. I do wish you could preview these. Ooh, Animancer's Swallowtail. Bit of damage reduction. Cost me slightly more in stamina. Improved maximum essence and carry capacity. Not too bad about that. What's my... This Gamson got? Maximum essence and area of effect damage, but not quite as good at protecting me. I do kind of like the look of that a bit more, though. I'd almost be willing to buy it for that, but how much does she want for the damn thing? $5 grand now. New. I will buy her lockpicks, though. Fine leather cuirass. Fine round shield. I'll buy her... crafting materials. Fragments of the Offering. Map provides locations for Skane's God totem. Fuck yeah, buy that. Find the totem of the Quiet Slave in an ancient tower you must brave. Left alone in fallow fields which your blade thirsts for skin freshly peeled. Ooh, crikey. And a place of worship amidst mouldering rot, this idol continues to scheme and plot. In a damp hollow, its sibling waits full of rage, while its previous owner decays with age. From on high, the third surveys the land, sowing seeds of revolt near hand. In a verdant glade where old ruins crumble, you find beads dark and umbral. Hidden in ruins of heathens long gone, the osset of skulls sings a silent song. Okay, well, we'll be coming back to that. I don't think I want anything else she has. I do... There. Unless I make a vast sum of money. Have anything that's worth selling though? Yeah, noises. That's from an animancer. I know people are restless, but I cannot quicken the harvest anymore. We've already tried, and simply will not give up its bounty, and forcing it only makes things worse. Maybe it's time to venture out by growing from one of the other settlements in case they're having better luck. Just don't say who it's for. We have a reputation to uphold.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
You know what I said. We only have so much to go around.
Are the animancers starving as well? Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you.
We know you're stashing the grain somewhere. Well, let's have it.
Ah, there's no stash, as I've told you before. If I had grain, I'd give it to you. I know, times are hard.
The crops are coming up wrong, miss. Flies won't even land on them.
It's bad all over. Trust me.
Interesting. Couple of good mods for it. I've never really gone down the vampire road. It's just a little too onerous, really, for me. No, maybe one day. Maybe. Mind you, I've never done that much of the DLC either. Yeah, fun and games now. Pain in the neck. Yes. Yeah, I hope we didn't get settled into that soon enough now. I know it's quite the faff, but...
Godlike. 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 Godlike.
Yep. I rather suspected that meant that. Cat's just come in and settled down and started having a wash, and I was fairly sure that was going to be an indicator that she'd used the cat litter. I can now tell she's used the cat litter.
No cutting in line. I was here first.
Another late harvest. How do they expect me to feed my family? Last season, we were lining up all the way to the river, but at least there was enough food for everyone.
Takes perception to notice that the market's pretty dead.
It's not just the market either.
Emerald Stair might as well be a graveyard.
Animancers are supposed to work miracles on these lands. But what good are miracles if we're starving?
Weird hat he's got on. Looking for someone in charge. Maybe they'll listen to reason. Cinema show miracles. Maybe yours will come. Say Xion, someone will find a solution. Who's in charge?
You want to find the governor, then? Bastards hiding in the big house on the far side of town. Animancers gave us these farms. If the harvest doesn't come, they'll be the ones who pay.
They didn't blight your farms. Don't be so quick to grab your torches and pitchforks. I'll be going. Well, they didn't blight your
We'll
farms.
see about that. Word of advice, Outlander. Don't tarry in Emerald Stair. Not if you value your life.
Yeah, happy to take the Animancer's help when it works out for them.
Godlike.
When shit's going wrong, what do they do? Flip it round and blame them.
What? God, you scared me.
I think I hear a couple of things here. I think it sounded like two treasures at least. Clearly wasn't, but it sounded like it was. I know what that is. That's a pig. First bloody animal I've seen them recognise. So it's this whole area here that I wouldn't mind taking a quick swing across. Suspiciously can't climb on that. There's nothing suspicious about it. I'm pretty damn sure it's just down to you could open absolutely everything. The game wouldn't run at all. Oh, what have we got here? Do not enter. Structural instability caused by recent sinkhole activity. Condemned until further notice. Valerie, if you're reading this, speak with Governor Vidara for more information on relocation. And tempting as it may be to ignore this issue after so long on the road, please be mindful it's not safe here. You will be looked after. Valerie presumably is a homeowner who is not home. The place has gone a bit tits up, it would seem. Slow Pianini. Silo Pianini.
What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Maybe I could help you return one of your lost. Why did you tell me what you lost? They're insulting me. Bandits? Did you see the faces? Be serious. Do I look like a bandit to you? Why didn't you tell me what you lost instead of insulting me?
I left the whole pile right here. Enough food, good food, safe food to get us through the next few months. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything.
Why do I get the feeling they weren't bandits?
Harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat.
Bring stolen food bag. Is anything wrong? Anything else wrong with the farm? Maybe I can find them. What they look like. No other way to get food. Anything else? Something else wrong at the farm?
What? No. We're fine. No smuggling. No Dreamscourge. What are you implying?
Repeating. That her last harvest, not ours. Something wrong with your wife? Something you didn't want to tell your children. Something wrong with your wife?
Like sticking your nose in other people's business, do you?
If I can help, yeah. Shouldn't have pried. Keep struggling until you got something to break. I can help, yeah.
Not you two. Gods. What do I have to lose? My wife. She's sick. Not a dream troll. Just sick. We've known for a while now. But treatment is expensive. There's not enough to go around. I thought if she could eat well for whatever time she had left, she'd be more comfortable. And now, it's gone. There. Are you happy?
Of course not. No, I really have to find that some food. What she's sick with? How long did you have?
It's weeping fever. A rose draught would clear her up. But good luck finding any to spare. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Let's find the rose draft thing so that can cure his wife, but whether or not that'll be an option, I don't know. Aha! It ain't Coca. Yes, I would say this game is good. I'm certainly enjoying it. This fellow's not going to for long, but...
Well done.
That went better than I thought it was going to, actually. And over we go. Success. Yeah, that definitely went better than I thought it was going to for a minute. Right, there's another house over here to have a look at, see if we can get in here. Whoa. Is that a house? I don't think you can really call that a house. It's cool, though. Notice of move. Those seeking the inhabitants of this building may find their new domicile within the walls of Fior mes Iverno. Living outside the walls is simply too dangerous. By order of Governor Vidaro, property to remain vacant until further notice. Might want a trip to Specsavers then. Because, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. It's good fun. There's a couple of things that do occasionally get to me a little bit, but only little things, so it's to be expected, really. Right, I'm going to loop back down. I feel like the gate might be around that side. Well, it isn't here, and the road leads that way, so it seems likely. And we'll see about clearing this area before we head in, I think. What am I caught on? Nothing.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy.
I think you
We don't
can.
use animancy on our farms in Donshore. Our forests aren't trying to kill us.
I don't know
Yet.
what you want from me. The other animancers and I are just doing the best we can to survive.
Fior will be better able to survive if they accept help from the Adyrans.
The Adyrans have already made great strides in bringing order to Paradise.
Yeah, about
I
that.
just want to go home without being harassed.
How else will they learn if we don't tell them how things should be?
Well, I'd agree, except that you're wrong, so I don't. Ooh, it's looking quite cool. It's all well and good if they were out of line, but they're not. Well, I might as well cut across here, and then I can sort of loop my way. Ooh, hello, loop my way back around.
Up! Take your best shot.
Gotcha. Let's get that jumping between enemies. Something hit me in the back. What hit me in the back? God knows. Oh, I think I know. Any more for any more? I think we're good.
Another win, but who's counting?
Those things are new, I think. Yeah, just over here, and that'll cut back around, won't it? Feeling there was going to be something around here somewhere. Failure after failure. My first experiment blew up the house my father built. Second, poisoned our well with sporlings. Now I have to find a way to clean out the well. Maybe they were right. Maybe I'm not cut out to be an animancer. Then again, third time's a charm. At least it can't get any worse. Written next to his corpse, I guess it got worse. Little rise in the ground there. Have I been here? I have. I think this is where I came out last time, wasn't it? Yeah, it is, because that's the guy's house, I think, up here. Okay, yeah, I know where I am. Okay. Look back around here, deal with the local wildlife.
And roll! Nice shot! And roll!
Hey, interrupted me. Fine, interrupt this, buddy. Gotcha.
Worth and roll!
Got them. Pain's not exactly doing as much as I was hoping they might, but... somebody... Oh dear. Finished him.
Well, that was fun.
Was that a big shroom?
One moment.
If there's any more goodies around, they're not showing up. I entirely believe that they're not to be found, though. Anyway. Right. We got here last time, didn't we? Yeah. Warn the governor about the consequences of inaction. The rest is up to him. If it turns out the change of leadership is necessary, we will be prudent to consider alternatives. The old man is one candidate. His protege is another. I do not think she aspires to leadership, but that may work in her favour. We will monitor the situation, wishing for a good harvest to your friends in town. Oh yes, when the shit hits the fan, then the current leadership doesn't seem to be able to do much about it. I do start speculating that new leadership might be needed. On the other hand, it doesn't mean that they'll be able to do anything either. We've arrived now, so we'll fix stuff.
Watch yourself. Show me what you got. Next one's mine.
one actually was a little bit tougher. Nice shot, Marius. Finished him off nicely. Not all the crops are failing, just most of them.
First, my wife runs off to Paradise, and now this. Not one for talking right now. On top of everything else going on, now I can't get this blasted equipment to work.
If you hadn't been talking, I wouldn't have even noticed you were crouched down in there, to be honest. Pretend to kick the machine if you try persuading it. If you want, I can take a look at it. What's wrong with the equipment? That's no problem. So if you want, I'll take a look at it.
Oh, sure, thanks. I hope you can find something I didn't.
I mean, that would be a start, to be honest, Graham. I'm just not a fan at all. Never really have been. He says he can't get his equipment working, and yet it all seems to be working as far as I can tell. Steel skirt stiletto, I see. So the reason it's busted because some fucking steel garrote paladin around there has been sticking knives in anything related to animancy.
Hello, my friend.
I think we found the problem.
Oh, what happened?
Steel garrote stiletto in the machinery.
I can't believe I missed something that obvious. Gods, I must be duller than a wooden sickle. Thank you, my friend. I can fix it from here.
Makes sense because the character hasn't been there before. Yeah, but in that case, why have a map at all? Literally the point of a map is to show you what's there in places when you don't know what's there, basically. You know, unfamiliar places. If you knew the area and had been there before, you wouldn't need the map, right? Well, excepting for fast travel, anyway. But, I could live with it being sort of vaguely sketched in with places missing or detailed markers for places missing. But the fact the fog of war in general is just fucking shite. Such fucking shite.
They say he's still there, lying in the scaffold.
Need something that's got a little bit of both, but only a small amount.
It's a shame, a crying shame. Oh, it's just unfortunate, that's all. Yes, love. But to be fair, you have seen the title of his latest dissertation, yes? I have. I very much looked forward to his presentation. Sadly, I believe we've seen as much as we'll ever see.
Pardon the intrusion.
Oh, no. We were just discussing the unfortunate fate of the great Giacomo Feluccio. Such brilliance. Cut off in his prime. Truly, he was expected to set the world of Animancy aflame. Well, I suppose he had an explosive career, nonetheless. Oh, you.
The humour is a fitting tribute to the deceased. How you dare you make fun of the recently deceased? Will someone continue his work? Farewell. I'm going to be sarcastic. I assume that's sarcastic.
My dearest has the most delightful sense of humor.
Yeah, apparently not.
Yes. I have never met a tragedy I couldn't find a way to enjoy.
Yeah, wait till it's happening to you.
I hope someone carries on the poor man's research.
Well, can only assume it was the house up the hill that was blown to bits there. Can only assume. This shit again. This is a bug I have encountered before. Yeah, shite. I can't. I've lost control for some reason. And I can't even get out of the game. Hang on. Can't even alt-tab out of the game at the moment. I'm just stuck moving with no controls that work. Well, I can look around. Otherwise, I just run slightly off on a diagonal. Yeah, This is not ideal, but I can't get out of the game either. And I can't alt-tab out. And I've tried Control-Delete. That's not working either. Something's gone horribly wrong here. Let's try that. Alright. Okay. We're out. We're out. Let's try again. Oh dear. Thick. This is suboptimal. Yeah, it reminds me of the last major issue I had. I couldn't. Oh, it's alright. I couldn't even launch the game again for a second there. Just need to give it a minute. Control-Delete doesn't work. Things are not going well. No. Yeah, I had that issue with my computer on Friday. I saw an article yesterday. I actually put it on Blue Sky. And it was basically confirmed that the issue I was having with my computer not launching and booting and stuff, 100% NVIDIA's fault. 100%. It was that driver. It's been happening to numerous people with numerous different graphics cards. It's supposed to fix problems with new graphics cards, and instead it just created a whole load of new ones, which they've now fixed it supposedly, but I still don't trust that bloody driver. So yeah, that was But yeah, my hunch on that front has confirmed, which is interesting. Now I cannot move at all. So the same bug is happening. That's not good. Right. Numerous weird things occurring. Okay. Let's close that again. My next master plan. Maybe to try an earlier save and see if that fixes the issue. Come on, OBS. There you go. Right now, the mouse is the only thing that is responding to input. No, same problem is occurring because I can skip with the mouse but not by pressing escape. I suspect... a bit annoying, wouldn't it? Let's try an earlier save and see if that solves the issue. I don't suppose it will, but I think I probably have to try verifying the files again. Slightly annoying. It has not fixed the issue. Wonderful. Right, we'll have to try that again. So we are taking a short break. Ay. I had this happen once before, but... Suboptimal. Could be a keyboard issue. You're right, it does seem to be a keyboard issue. We're back, I think, mostly. Looks promising so far. I think. Yeah. Right, so now we find out if the game works. Maybe. Crikey. My whole computer crashed. Yeah. I don't know. What are we to do? Well, it looks promising. He says. Keyboard's working. I like the video app has fucked off again. See if that's going to work. Looks like it's probably fucked up again. Looking promising. Yep, NVIDIA app is fucked again. So let's try another approach briefly. Don't know if this is going to work, but it might. Bear with me. It doesn't blow everything to shit anyway. Garbage drivers lately, garbage app for months. Ugh. Funny. I'd consider jumping to the other team next time around, except for the fact that I know people who've had problem after problem after problem with the AMD hardware as well, so... what can you do? I'm trying to update the app, see if I can get it working. Which, we'll see in a minute. He says, hopefully. Looks like the fastest install ever. Sitting here staring at it, doing a fuck all right now. Right, I'll leave that do its thing in the background for a minute. And see if we can't get things rolling in a second. Oh dear. The animancers have cursed my computer, apparently. Either that or the Dreamscourge has got into it.
I wouldn't follow his work, but I hope someone does.
Alright. Yep, so I tried just reinstalling the app directly over the top of the old one in the hope that I could keep my settings and not have to fuck around too much. That would appear to be a no-go as well. So somewhere around here the guy was who... somewhere around here there was a guy who's I got to when I went belly up. That's the guy whose stuff is not working because some paladin, essentially, I think he was over there and I fixed it already, haven't I? Yeah. Stuck his knife in the equipment. Right. So I jump through here. It should, he says, do the job. Clear at least most of it for now. Well, at least we're rolling again, eh? Right, let's head back towards the city gates and head on inside, I think. After all of that. Just to do with the fact that I'm not going to be able to save any sort of secondary clips. I want to. It's not so nice anyway. Nico, who are you?
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giat is about to tear that poor man a new one.
Giotto, that's where I'm headed. No, this I have to see. Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed.
Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giotto's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
Well, they're fighting him out. Maybe she could help me. I'm looking to consult with an animancer. How are you faring against Dreamscourge since 3 years? What are they fighting about?
Look around. The town's overgrown, the crops are dying. What's not to fight about?
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
The city's so overgrown.
Yeah.
It's like the living lands is pushing out an infection.
Interesting description. Yeah, the kind of curses you're going to learn in this town are probably not the kind you want to learn. And here we go. Hopefully I don't get assassinated on my first step into town this time. Ooh, pretty. New town looks a lot like the old town, but the different layout. Some merchants. Governor's Manor. So it's quite a small town.
Ah, the Emperor's Envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
To whom am I speaking?
Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason.
More likely to be slaughtering you.
Billions in their love of animancy.
Pack up and fuck off. You've got no right to be here anyway. Metaphysically speaking, it's unlike the animancers causing this plague. It's dangerous. We need to rule it out as a factor. Perhaps diplomacy should be left to diplomats. I suppose Avadians don't like Adyran telling them their business. Probably not. Unlikely that they're causing this plague.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, Envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adyran interests when the time comes.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to stamp your skull into the ground as well.
We all have our part to play.
Yours involves pushing up daisies.
Until later.
Sulla's a broadside. Does subtle mean something different outside of Sulla's?
Can we kill these people already? I mean, this is kind of my solution to a number of problems at the moment. My recommended solution to a number of them, anyway. Yeah, I just came here to take pictures. I didn't expect to get loot for my trouble. Yeah, I can't even take fucking pictures, can I? Because the in-app is fucked. Ugh. Nvidia, if you could do a little thing like be less shit, that would be great. Apparently that's too much to ask. Aha! Bounty board!
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
What's your role? Basically, same as the guy in Paradise, I guess.
I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
Why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happened to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
I'll return when I have bounties to collect.
I hope to see you soon.
Veldereno. Earth Blight known as Veldereno. A number of people have perished. Souls are bound together in agony. Oh, a number of them died in a natural disaster, and now they came back as a blight. Interesting.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Saimiko. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
That's interesting. Brantons. 3 siblings, I'm guessing? Thranton bandit gang located in Western Forest. Outlaws responsible for raids on outlying farms.
Oh, the Trantons.
Trantons, alright.
If you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Old Nuna. Big old bear. Ancient dangerous bear taking up residence in the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize bear as Old Nuna. Beast responsible for deaths of many rangers. So basically an old and tough bear.
Careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Delaman. Delmagan, that's how we say it. My brain keeps going towards Delamain from Cyberpunk. Reward given for killing a group of Delmagan in the Western Forest. More aggressive recently, attacking rangers on patrol and researchers in the field.
Ah, those
Delmagan, okay.
It is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
We should push a little less hard in their direction. Elsie's dispatch. Stanza, cartographer in Paradise, has reported that his assistant, Felsia, is missing in Emerald Stair. Reward for return of cartographic notes. Below last correspondence. Good day to you, Stanza. I hope, this letter finds you well. I am pleased to report progress on my charts in Emerald Stair. I've taken up residence near a curious ruin the locals call Naku Tedek. Godless, perhaps? I will note it. Such architecture as I have never seen. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot help wondering my presence here is a burden. Though the Fiorans welcome me warmly, it is clear they've fallen on hard times. I hope to finish quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. Bounty, Zorips. Reward for killing Zorips, taking up residence in abandoned farms northwest of Fior. Farms to be reclaimed, Zorips must be driven out. Almost everything's off to the west, apparently. Where's the bear? The bear is not marked. Old Nuna, apparently. This is the Grosso, so in the Grosso somewhere. Yeah. We'll find out what that is eventually. The Zorip's probably going to be the first ones to hit. Ooh, found a treasure map in artist house in Emerald Stair. Interesting. Okay. Right, so Korea and Bellino even. Should be in front of me somewhere.
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or barret spells, perhaps?
Whose balls? Right. What good have you got?
Welcome to Poria and Bellino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
What about illegitimate ones? How's business?
5 summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets.
Essence
Dreamscourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
Swedish made essence enlarger pumps, are they? You can profit by selling such products yourself too. You could. I'm not going to encourage it though. Ooh, exceptional stuff. Oh, and a badass wand as well. I've wanted to go that way. And an exceptional wand. Extra shock damage. Useful stuff there. Exceptional grimoire of greater elements is definitely a thing I feel like I want. Rhyme. Not too bothered about. Well, Blaster Frost isn't bad. I do like that. Spirit Lance, in fact, that would be good. Jolting Touch isn't particularly impressive, but most of the other stuff. I've got all the spells in that, so I don't really need that. Some good stuff. Returning Storm. There's lots of electric stuff in Grimoire of Storms, not shockingly. That'd be good to have tossing electricity around for when that's useful, which it is around here. Embers. Interesting stuff. Don't think I'm going to shell out for that though. Good to know it's there right for now. I don't want to pay for that right now. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Don't want to pay for that now because I might start finding some of this stuff lying around. So one there. There's a quest over there. Basically, I could head over this way, grab that quest, see what's happening, and then we'll make our way up the stairs, I think. Oh, hello, what we got here? Don't mind me, I'm just going to divest you of the food you're selling, and you won't even notice, apparently. It's a nice town, this. It's much the same as Paradise, but smaller. Leech's house. That person got mentioned somewhere as missing or something. Journal 2. See if we can't find Journal 1 first. 3. 1. There we go. Panpipes. You've been lagging behind, have you? Well, we've done a bit of shopping and found some nice stuff, but didn't actually buy anything because it's expensive, and I might be able to get similar stuff from looting, so... Today, Tallow approached me at the market, bundle of greens in hand. First glance, I saw his crypts had withered with the usual rot. On further inspection, mould and shimmered with strange gloss. Put the bundle back for their immediate testing. Crop is ruined, no denying it now. The Dreamscourge has come up to Emerald's Stair. Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic, but we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. What's more, Giatta has become restless in Fior mes Iverno. I think Giatta's his apprentice, isn't she? I must remind myself that once I found myself aching for a promise of something greater, I can still hear Yatsli's voice after that first night in Nekutedek. Our future's blaze of risk. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, yes. I guess there must have been something between these two, is there? But at least I cannot run. Vidaro cares little for animancy or legacy. His comfort is king. Keep asking myself what the point of the struggle if abandoning animacy at the first sign of a struggle. I feared the worst. For days now, Giatra and I passed the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Sayre's soil. Results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted and smells of decay. Wildlife shows signs of strain. A bear emerged from hibernation months early, completely rabid. We found several sparrows fallen on the floor, dead without sign of attack or cause, symptom of a larger disease.
Genuine healing crystals, purest all of Eora.
Yeah, I can see why that would confuse you, Gray. But I'd probably be more concerned if it didn't. I bet this is the apprentice's quarters up here. Reduced size of the book indicates it's made for... Oh, it's probably Yasley. Hands of smaller kith than you. Despite this book is still easy enough to read. Old faded bookmark denotes favoured passage. Excuse me. At the sound of heavy falls approaching and then moving past Cordwin's hideaway, he couldn't help but smile affectionately. His lover had never been very observant. It was no surprise the dwarf had missed the hidden entrance, despite Cordwin's instructions. The young Orlan, diminutive even among his own people, leaned forward and poked his head out between the curtains. His voice was an immune whisper as he called out, "Vansar, down here." Cordwin stifled a laugh as Vansar jumped in surprise at the voice behind him. Dwarf's annoyance quickly faded as an amused acceptance faded. The dwarf's annoyance quickly faded to an amused acceptance as he saw delight clear as day on his Orlan paramour's face. Yeah, however you say that, Cordwin, he nearly scared me straight to Barrow's realm. Cordwin rolled his eyes at the exaggeration and quickly darted into his hideaway. Moments later, Vansar's grunts heralded his entrance into Cordwin's small den. It was a cozy little place tucked into the outer walls of the city, full of pillows and a single dim lantern turned down low. Cordwin gave Vansar a small kiss on the cheek, and once the dwarf had finished squeezing his way into the den. "Sorry about the shock, really," Cordwin said, "but seeing you jump like that was pretty funny. Anyway, what do you think? Not a bad place to hide, eh?" Vansar looked around thoughtfully. He couldn't help but begrudgingly admit it was a cosy little place to pass an evening. Not that he'd say as much as Cordwin, of course. Instead, he simply shrugged. "Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud, Vansar," Cordwin teased. "I guess I'll just have to prove how nice of a how it is." Without waiting for a response, Cordwin dove at Vansar, catching him by surprise and tackling him to the ground. As their lips met, all on fur entwined with dwarven beard, the pair felt truly at home. Yeah, this has got to be Yasley's place. That's it. Yep, there we go. Darling, wish you could have joined me at this time. I understand Vidara needs his handheld at the best of times, but let alone during the onset of famine, but still. Ruins are a little more beautiful with you here to explain things to. Of course, you can't join me now, even if Vidara is suddenly growing competent. I explored this ruin thoroughly, and I'm sure the locals are sick of me by now. So you don't miss me too much, my dear. I'll be home soon. Yasley. Come on out then, lads. Close the door, and hopefully she won't try to turn me into a toad when she comes back. Well, there's Kai out there. Dustline notes. Gathered supplies. Still need. That bottle of celebratory wine with all the money we're going to make on this. So somebody is basically shipping stuff off to Gallowin's tusks and smuggling. Well, I can't necessarily return it where it should be, but I can at least make sure the smugglers don't profit by it. By profiting myself. Close that door for a reason. Boink. Landed right in her head. Edicts of Subsistence. By Governor's Office. By order of the Governor's will and office, all greens, fruits and grains are to be rationed by Fior's proper authority, effective immediately. All temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts at subversion shall be swiftly dealt with. Ignasi Vidaro, Belsweep and Emeralds there. Governor in short, I assume.
Empty again.
Seems that way.
Vidaro says the current crop looks promising, though.
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered us wrong before.
Go. Apothecary shop. Martin, apologise to our customers for the delay in sending this order. I'm afraid we can only send half of what's requested. Herbal yield and emerald stale is less what I hoped for this season. For quality medicinals and tinctures. I hope this shipment suffices for the time being. Let's see how we couldn't climb from the other side before. Apparently I can go up this way. Didn't look like I was going to be able to, but apparently I can. I don't want to, but I can. Right, Rosanna.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time.
Didn't notice I landed on your head earlier.
Envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the Dreamscourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
Really sure if there's one thing that animancers don't do, it's neglect the dead. What prayer are you reciting? No apologies necessary. No way you can be responsible for this. That is your fault. But if it is, you'll have to make amends. Somehow I don't suppose you can be responsible for. What prayer was that?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Darth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Are you referring to the old Valen customer offering fresh food for the recently dead? I guess you must be.
That's exactly it.
Because they don't have any fresh food.
Done. I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fior. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
Experience, that's not the case.
In line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
I believe this ritual is carried out more for grieving survivors and spirits of the dead. Resolve and perception I can't do because I haven't got high enough. Do you believe the dead are mad because they don't have the last meal? No, I'm going to go with this one. Survivors and spirits of the dead.
The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead.
What do you need us to do? I expect payment for this ridiculous scheme. Apart from the craziest thing we've done today, let's do it. I mean, no should be the answer. Living are on the brink of starving, and you want to give food to the dead, the already dead. It seems absurd. But as I don't have that option,
you must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose bodies rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest.
You should be finding a better place to settle and someone that's trying to actively drive you back out.
Far to the west from here.
Whose spirits wander near the sun?
They buried the bodies of settlers there. Intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds.
Some sorts.
The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
I hope this will calm your angry spirits. Hope you find some peace as well. Seems like a waste of perfectly good food. I'm sorry, but it really does.
I understand how it looks, but appeasing the dead is vital, especially in times like these. I can't thank you enough for helping
Counterpoint.
to ease the conscience
No,
of
it
an
isn't.
old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
How about we feed them your corpse and then no food gets wasted?
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence.
Honest a meal. I have numerous thoughts here.
Think you're healthy. Think, where do you go after death? The crystal knows. Ask it anything. Affordable, reliable, and verifiable. Honest Emir's healing crystal.
They do such lovely work here, don't they? Hang on. I know you from Solace, right? I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Just as you don't know who I am. You're blessed a mad. I remember you. I got you. So, we understand each other then. I never thought the world of animancy could be so varied and fascinating.
Probably something to do with the way he left.
I can make use of so much of this equipment.
So you're a Pargarin and Pargarin. Heard you people can't travel outside Galloway and Tusks.
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit unusual to see one of my people about. But I'm here on important business. If you see anyone else from Sole's Keep, just do me a favor and don't tell them you saw me.
Why not?
It's not worth talking about, really. Some of my fellow wardens might misunderstand.
Because they're not supposed to leave, and
we still don't
when they
even
do,
know why you're here.
You
know what I mean.
There's presumably
Marius,
stiff punishment for it.
It was good to see you.
Like either exile or death. Won't let you come back or something.
Even if they don't see that.
He might have something to say about that in a minute. You fought ghosts, there's disembodied voice in your head, and you died and come back to life. Who's to say she's wrong? Well, if you died and came back to life, you're the most informed person on the subject of whether or not the recently dead want feeding. So begs the question, did you get hungry at that point? The answer is yes. Then, okay, but chances are it's going to be you weren't hungry until after you came back. A gifted magpie. Yoink. Crumpled letter from Tane. Then Len? I don't know. You'd love it here. Living lands are quite the vacation spots. Even the mushrooms are as large as giant mushrooms. They remind me of Mora, poor sad Mora, and her mushroom-riddled face. Oh, I haven't met any dragons yet. I'll let you know once I do. Then we can both have dragons. Animancy is so much fun. One of the locals sat me down in front of a machine and told me that my soul is shaped like an orb. Can you believe that? I offered him a signed copy of my famous spell. Tane's chaotic orb. Okay, and he said no thanks. It's lost, right? Do you still have that locket I gave you? Whenever you're feeling lonely, don't forget to open it, think of me, and maybe write back. Your friend Tane the Archmage, or author of Tane's chaotic orb. Stupid. And helps when I hate to talk about myself. And I call her Lynn, and everything about me. But I will get on her good side, even if it kills me, which it might if the Living Lands doesn't first. Animancy for farmers. Farming in Emerald Stair is simpler and more complicated than in other lands, and it's important to understand why. Animancy is the art of soul manipulation. Because we sit atop a rich vein of soul essence, our animators work miracles of healing, personal enrichments, research, and agriculture. Machines around Fior mes Iverno tap into the flow of essence and use it to give life to the soil. So they're just using essence and soul energy, which is the same thing, that is already in the land and channeling it towards the crops, as opposed to the actual souls of the recently dead. That's a bit better. Or it still raises questions around the whole zombie workers thing. Don't touch the machines or disturb any animators at work. Don't ask questions about what they do or how they do it. If you get sick, someone might escort you to the ruins west of town for observation and final rites, if necessary. And some farm hands might not draw breath. Beyond that, it's business as usual. Not really good.
Causing trouble at the governor's mansion again.
You must admit she has a point. We should do something about the Dreamscourge. Not simply wait for it to pass.
Careful with that kind
Dangerous legacy. Fior mes Iverno is a dangerous legacy. We exploit the land for its riches, but our way of life is only a generation old. Our children inherit an ecosystem we barely understand because we barely understand it. Despite our success, I worry for the future. Animators who planted these seeds will not be the ones who harvest whatever grows. Always hungry. He's talking to that guy. Yeah, I was just curious about whether or not we could get involved with doing something about the guy selling fraudulent cures. But apparently not.
Would you care for a refreshment?
Maybe. Quite nice down here. I'm sure if it's a... Oh, it's kind of a tea shop vibe, really, isn't it? What if I just hop behind the counter and see if you've got anything worth helping yourself to? No, you don't? Wonderful.
If you are looking for sanctuary,
Hector Brewer.
you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
Listeners back, I also wait to get the faces highlighted. Yeah, that track's great, to be fair. What's happening around there?
To put it gently, yes. Giada Castel is giving our governor a piece of her mind, loud enough to rattle the windows.
The whole town seems to know about it.
Are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
I see a lot of animators around here.
Their anxiety keeps me in business. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Credit to the designers. I looked at this place and went, it looks like a tea house more than an inn or a tavern or something like that. And I immediately come out and he's exactly used the word I was thinking of, so nailed it, I guess. They managed to conjure exactly the impression they wanted to conjure, I guess. Maybe that's why it's so unreliable. Everybody's fatigued.
Imagine what we could accomplish if more animancers took a little time to focus on themselves. Now, will there be anything else?
What's this place called the Gifted Magpie?
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse. One day,
Bit of a strange place.
Landed on the rafters and spoke fluent Valian to anyone who would listen.
That's ridiculous. No, it didn't. What did it say? Failed to see that how that leads to opening a tea house. What did it say? I don't believe him, but...
It told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles. Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable. But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
Fair enough. What happened to the magpie?
Who knows? Either it flew away on bad business, or it was just a metaphor to begin with. A good story knows where to end itself. The bad ones all end in grief.
Can I order some tea?
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
Yes, please. A fine robe. War Mage's Braces. Unique. Reduce ability cost, essence cost, and increased shock damage. What have I currently got on my wrists? Alchemist's Gloves. Improved essence and 20 maximum essence of parkour speed, so. That's definitely better, actually. Not much, but a little bit. Treasure map to practical pockets. Okay, I'll have that. Okay. Good ranger prepared for any challenge, but best ranger has snacks on hand. Now that I've retired, I've no need of my coat of many pockets. He's in good health, though mind the crumbs and the smell of cheese. Okay, a couple of useful bits there. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Nice, that went alright. Let's try to close the door. So there's a dead end alleyway on my right, and then another merchant in this building somewhere.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Up my shock damage, and also the creatures around here seem, the mushrooms in particular, seem more vulnerable to shock damage than anything else, so should be a win there as well.
A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
Godlike, I've got divine heritage, not much as I would like. Why, what's wrong with it? At the moment, not as much as I would like.
Correct. Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations, and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
And how much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatment's on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
Use some ridiculous machine on my soul? No. Finding out soul feels lighter, my otherworldly cares for away. Forget this, we're done here. Yeah. It's a bit of a random guess.
Of course you do.
I think that's probably the inspiration to some degree, Gray.
Do remember to tell your friends about all the benefits of animancy. Enjoy your soul.
Enjoy your soul. As if I just bought one from her.
Past lives or anything.
I mean, there's worse things I could be seeing.
What's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dreamscourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dreamscourge in Emerald Stair.
You're wrong.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
He's not wrong at all, is he? He is lying. He knows there is, and he's just trying to keep it quiet. Whether or not that's with a view to avoiding panic or protecting his own ass is open to some debate, but... I've finally done it. I'm studying at the academy. My dreams have come true. Equipment here far exceeds anything available at home, and the knowledge my colleagues here are also brilliant. One even offered me a great boon. Ollie says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. He says it's still experimental and I mustn't tell anybody, but he promises results. Perhaps I shall find a lover for keeps within this bastion of animantian kindness. I am confounded. My colleagues snicker as I pass. Their laughter is undeniable. I do not understand. Have I committed some great faux pas? Hopefully they can forgive my ignorance. To do. Formulate plan to retrieve pants from a top Monto's animantian machine. Formulate plan to reclaim my honour. Exact revenge upon Ollie. Perhaps try the essence enlarger offered in Town Square. Oh dear. Merchant Stephen.
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
What can you tell me about the star metal?
Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
No, indeed it would not. For a small fee, I could tell you where I found this. What makes it so special?
Star metal is exceptionally dense. It weighs much more than one would think from its size. More fascinating, however, is that this metal is suffused with dormant essence. This makes it naturally susceptible to enchantment.
Enchantment? You do anything with that?
No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchant it. I did receive a shipment from Solace Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galloway's Tusks.
Very good, sir.
I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galloway's Tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would claim to know what to do with this stuff and then wreck it. So I'd be up the money in the long run, but down the star metal, so nothing cool.
Well, that's one way to save your coin.
Is there anything else I can help you with, amigo?
Do animants have much use for weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fior are animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not say
I've got a better mustache.
like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
So you're not an animancer?
Officially no, but I have been known to dabble with essence infusion here and there. I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful mace made of star metal, crafted by the finest smiths of Solace Keep and enchanted by yours truly. It is a wonder to behold. Care to see?
He's got an exceptional arquebus I can't afford. Exceptional greatsword that looks quite nice. Exceptional brigandine. That's not a brigandine. Exceptional plate armor actually looks quite decent. Nice. Exceptional mail hauberk. Pistol. Sword. Sword looks quite nice. Gambison. Leather cuirass. That looks quite nice as well. Great hammer. Looks ridiculous. The great axe also looks a little ridiculous, but not too ridiculous. Spear. Weakened Hydra, that would be useful to have. I'm not going to buy it right now. This must be the mace he was talking about. Lodestone. Don't need it, but anyway. He's got a whole bunch of stuff that I want. I can come back by more later if I need to, but for now I'm not going to.
Welcome to my fine establishment, I mean.
I feel like that was not the shop I was looking for. No, it wasn't. Sense of War. There's that one there. Okay, let's just have a quick gander to see what this place is. Nice is what this place is. Can't take pictures of it. So there's the workshop, okay. Well, there might be a quest in here.
Excuse me, but I'm that busy.
Giacomo's invitation. My colleagues, friends, and naysayers, you're hereby invited to do a demonstration of my latest achievement, spiritual self-combustion. Bear witness as I set fire to my very essence to prove that I can. Doubt me, then come watch me fail. Trust me, then come watch me go out in a blaze of glory. Either way, you'll be entertained. I anticipate a large captive audience. Sounds like he's going to blow himself up in front of an audience.
It's the essence I'm concerned about.
This again. You're beginning to sound like Giada.
Have you ever stopped and listened to her? She might be onto something.
I'm sure her mother and father...
Fire event.
What happened to them?
My rejection of so-called ethics. Oh, well, that's clearly not a good sign, is it? Reminds me, I should have a look at getting rid of some stuff what I don't need. And I can use it to upgrade later. Quite happy to finally have a decent supply of that's cool. Lockpicks. What was that, go?
I can't let anyone else discover this.
What happened then, buddy?
Envoy, I'm sorry. I'm not in a place to talk right now.
What are you working on?
Yesterday, I made an incredible discovery. We can use half as much Adyran to achieve the same results. And then I thought, what if one day it's a third, a quarter, a speck?
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
No. To harness these forces for so small a price is too much power.
Rejection cycle ethics.
Chaos will create. I have been reading Athelmir's treatise on Vodka. Perhaps she's right. Maybe animals should be reined in.
No such thing as too much power. Can't fear knowledge just because a few people might abuse it. True, you just manage it.
All right. I'll do some more tests and see where they lead me. But I won't publish anything until I'm absolutely sure.
It's not unwise. Get me not tonic. Take 1 cup full. Take approximately 1 hour before beginning tedious activity. If administered correctly, time should appear to pass more quickly, and tasks should feel more tolerable. Side effects may include amnesia surrounding dosage period. You might not be so bored, but you might not remember you did whatever you did, and has numerous issues of its own. Like, maybe you'll have to do it again. Whatever it may be. Many pitfalls of imp husbandry. Alchemy of imp spray. Efficacy of imps.
What do you think of Giata's theory?
Well, my experiments have been a little...
unpredictable? Like, the essence has no sense of direction.
Out of malicious compliance. When our governor told me to stop bothering him, I moved out of town. When he told me to hire cheap farm hands, I raised the dead, and now he leaves me alone. I have won. Fior mes Iverno was founded on the principle of insubordination. In order to preserve our legacy, we must become a community of the ungovernable. Not sure that's entirely true. Means Eora. What are the implications? To me, it sounds like the implications would be you'll be in danger of burns, amongst other things.
I had one job, but I couldn't even do that.
Lieutenant Fidelio. This turns out to be very close to an idea I had. I'll be peeved. And Larry, my love, I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night? So the woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe the word to Aena, though. She went straight to the captain last time. Banana.
Good like.
Somebody is getting naughty on shift, apparently. Which is not good. It's probably part of the reason the Adyrans are doing so well.
The crops ruin all.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Perfect. I'm in search of an animancer. Know any?
You can't take a piece in the fjord without spotting an animancer. But finding an animancer you can trust, that's harder. I try
Let's take your shift off, otherwise we get stains. Yeah, exactly.
They're
Right.
the only animancers taking the Dreamscourge
Gives the game away, that. Kilichi and Giata. Where can I find them?
Outside and up the stairs. They're arguing with Vidaro. Just follow the profanity.
You're always like
But
this?
The town has been stretched thin even by our standards. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad. Terrors stalking the wilderness day and night.
I saw a comment on somebody's playthrough of this game, or one of their sections of it, mentioning the guy in Paradise, the alchemist, who's from Fior, and his accent. Basically, this person who left the comment said they were Italian, and listening to these pseudo-Italian accents was a bit like hearing everybody do bad Mario impressions. So, you might have a point there, yeah. I've seen the Dreamscourge myself, the stories are true.
Barrett's bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it.
Yes.
So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed?
It is a temporary precaution. Either the problem will be solved and the rations will be lifted, or you'll all die and it won't be a problem anymore anyway. Definitely temporary. Tell me about the pub.
What are you fixing to know?
Why don't animators come here?
Because I don't go out of my way for them. Yeah, they're a finicky bunch. My clientele is more grounded. Works hard. They don't put on airs. I like to keep it that way. Of course. Anything else you fancy?
What's for sale? Lockpicks. Oh, that's all I really need, but so, follow the quest.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you? Another trouble for Eora? Is everyone in the city miserable? You need to sober up. Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here?
It's a cool symbol.
I have a lot on my plate.
I've got time. What's the matter?
My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up, but it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
You need them found. I'm at your service. They disappeared before, haven't they? It's not much to go on. A little late to start looking for them. 3 days is a bit late to start looking for them.
If you met them, you'd understand.
Would I?
So besotted, it's a wonder they report at all. Belena and Elaro were my most promising recruits.
Ah.
Now, all they do is sneak off to...
Pass the time. Get to know each other, dip the pen in the inkwell, have relations, screw. Get to know each other.
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway,
I
never thought I had any cause for concern.
He looks a bit more like
back eventually, but
with the haircut. Looks a bit more like
alone, and they could be in danger. And
the beard. Eoma. It was played by Carl Urban. I think that's his name. Don't have to blame yourself. I'd be worried too. Maybe they're not finished. If you get my drift. 3 days is a fucking good weekend. And you're drowning your sorrow, some leader. I'm sure Bear's eaten them by now. I'd be worried too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
2 young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe...
Woods. Yeah, something like that. So probably Faramir and Erwin's child then. That would at least make him Aoma's nephew. Antonio Banderas? Nah, not so much. Right, that was the last guy with anything to sell, wasn't it? Yes. Wonderful. Yep, let's go and meet this group of people.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dreamscourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Well, yes, I believe I am. Sorry to interrupt. Looking into Dreamscourge. I'll grant your service. Never mind that. What were you on about? You must be Giata. Well, let's go at your service.
Charmed. Forgive me for
Not yet,
staring.
but
It's just we don't see many of your kind anymore.
we'll work on it.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
I'm more worried about Ludwig, actually.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
I'm the Adyran Empire. That official enough? You're arguing in the middle of the street. Excuse me, but I was talking to this captivating young lady. Tempting, but no, you're arguing in the middle of the street.
We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed
I already like
governor.
her.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dreamscourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
Governor disagrees. Governor's an idiot. The deeper I go into the living lands, the worse this gets. That's why I'm here. Perhaps an Animancer can help me stop it. That's why I'm here.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
Yeah, well, we need to do something about the
I believe that we can
mad
restore the
undead
land,
lady.
Bring back its soul and its sanity. Cut off the Dreamscourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Animants has leapt to bold experimentation. You do? What would it take for you to fix this? It's difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving. I thought Animants has leapt to bold experimentation.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, he does seem to be little more than a child.
Time for. Before we can deal with the Dreamscourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
That wouldn't be reckless, but...
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
What's the worst that could happen? She's the one taking the risk. She knows what she's doing. Let me take her off your hands. I'll make sure nothing goes wrong. I'm going to go for a vote of confidence. I think she knows what she's doing.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions.
Says who?
Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that?
I take it he's not referring to the kinky sex dungeon.
Accident. But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dreamscourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
We work together, wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions. Maybe we can solve it rationally, let cooler heads prevail. I share your governor's doubts, but you're right, we can't afford to delay. What was that about your family basement?
It's nothing. Our governor is backed into a corner and lashing out. I almost respect him for it. Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement.
Okay, sounds like we're back on the sex dungeon again. Ale wine or something stronger. You bet I'm going for this.
All of the above. I have a lot of forgetting to do.
I'm liking her
Well,
more and
Governor,
more.
looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
What exactly did you propose to do about
Everything I
it?
have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior mes Iverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
I may have got what I came for. You okay? You're making a mistake. Let's go. I could just shoot him in the street. That's kind of... he kind of has it coming. A leader who can't think and you engage brain first needs a bullet between the eyes. And, yeah, he's not much of a leader, so it won't be much of a loss either.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
By what? By suggesting using their...
Your animancers. Your father understood
their knowledge to find a solution to the problem.
He isn't his father.
Yeah, he seems like
I've
a
done
fucking
all
coward,
I can
really.
for Fior mes Iverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I see, so her place is not in the place of her...
Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
It's not in the place where the... master's place is. Yeah, you'd think these two would be living closer together, but apparently not. I mean, no necessary reason for it, I suppose, but... Missing person, Maxim Vidaro. Substantial reward for anyone who can locate the remains of Maxim Vidaro, vanished in the wilderness of Emerald 10 years ago. Journal also missing, accepted as proof of discovery. Our founder, my father, and devout Skanite, so the former leader. It would be really good to have him back, wouldn't it? You're not left without reason. I have reason to believe he hasn't gone far. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just here to rob the idiot governor blind, if I can. So I can pick the lock, or I can try and find the key to his bed, to the bedroom, which I'm quite happy to try and do.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Looks if you want some privacy, isn't it? Bedroom key. Knew I'd find it. Ooh, Valiant breastplate. Medium armor. It's quite a cool look, actually. Damas, Governor's Journal. Self an ensuite. I've sworn to the people on my family's honour that there is no Dreamscourge in Emerald Stair. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I'm alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise again and again, even if I must scream it to the empty halls. So why do I feel the threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? It's the old man and his protege, or else my imagination, probably them. My mother's condition isn't helping my cause, neither does wine. Oh dear. So he's desperately trying to lie so he doesn't have to admit to the truth. Partly, apparently, because his mother is also probably a dream thrall. I'm guessing she has it. Journal of Jonas. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy, tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment of on Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we met with secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise, all while working the fields if our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with the mind while keeping one's face passive, inscrutable. Fair fights are fair those with armies. Quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus, his worship, our... In his worship, our cause combines focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. By the time you read this, I'll be dead. I pray Skane does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but the son deserves to know how his father died. For I have volunteered to be the effigy. Skane will inhabit my body using this farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I have been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning I will be your father in name only, as my manhood will be removed. Oh dear. My nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced with flintstones through which Skane might see the world. I am sorry for the lies I've told you these past few seasons, but Skane demands secrecy. Your mother knows nothing of my service to the quiet slave. Kiss my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our lord's corruption from the face of Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes in his own whip, for tomorrow will become the effigy. Weird. So, effigy of the god of revenge, basically. Animancy in the modern age. Calendar. Giatta's agriculture reports. My research points to one inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. If you ignore me again, read on. Or before you ignore me again, read on. Listen, my father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls we feed our crops. Souls are... yeah. Essence is the energy of souls, but is it actually souls themselves, or just... It's a little ill-explained, this. Souls we feed our crops and power our machines. Otherwise, they're fertilizing their food with people's souls. Although, concept of a soul may not apply the same way as we understand it, so there's that. We agree on that much. What do we think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. The soil is hollow. It might even have the Dreamscourge. Time's come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in a more agreeable fashion. It may be Fior mes Iverno's only hope. We should discuss a personal and confident you'll see reason. Yeah. A foolish, misplaced confidence. Anonymous letter. Governor Vidaro, all this talk of the Dreamscourge is infecting the land. All this talk of the Green Surge infecting the land has grown too loud to ignore. If it was just Kilichi, we could see our way past it, call him senile, discussion's over. But now Giatta's speaking for him, and you've hard-pressed to find an animant who doesn't trust her. To put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do his research or find some way to discredit him. If you're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy? We wonder. Either way, this has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your father would have put a stop to it by now. Yeah, I'm not so sure. That's way longer than I want to read right now. This background lore, if you're interested in that sort of thing. I thought it might explain the whole sort of nature of souls thing in this game world, but I'm not reading that much right now for it. Clearly did not consider going to HR. No, I don't think it was an option, really. Mind you, this is the thing, though, isn't it? HR is not really there to help staff. It's there to help management control staff. So going to HR is only in your interests if you're a manager of unruly staff. In which case, you've already failed to do your job anyway. Well, you're probably already a bad manager.
Is this the governor's mother? Blessed a shame.
Well, it would seem. Ignacio, write this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with hearts are destined to be cherished long after they're gone. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye. Hopefully not for long. Your mother, Estelle. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacio? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands. Yep. She has the Dreamscourge. Fucking know it. Not particularly interesting. Yeah, but he's desperately trying to deny the Dreamscourges in town while his own fucking mother has it. What the fuck is wrong with him? Absolute coward. Or a psychiatrist, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely a step up from cutting off your altogether, I think, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, you can get a good manager who'll help, you know, pull threads together, but they tend to be few and far between. So, my companions wish to have a chit-chat, eh? I don't think I've been around here yet. Ooh, what's this? The family's basement. Don't mind me, Gianna, I'm just sneaking in your back door. Bit of Physical Frontier by Cordella Castell, probably her mother. Common Grimoire of Great Elements. Nice, but don't need that. I already have a better one. Giatta's Journal. Crop shortage, perfect opportunity to test my family's research, but of course I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. His town wrapped around his finger. You'd think a community of free-thinking animancers would embrace a little invention, but no, not even to save their lives. What would Mother have done? I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed. Soon as I gather the courage into the lab. Someday, just not today. Ah. That'd be the basement, then, I'm guessing. Letter from friend. There's a lot of friends here. Giatta, you well? Ever since I moved away, I hear only rumours about what happened inside the walls of Fior mes Iverno. And the rumours alone are cause for concern. They say you're starting fights with the governor, stirring unrest at the workshop, turning animators against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense, most of it anyway, but allow me to give you a word of advice. There's a pattern to this behaviour, even if you think there isn't. You believe your ambitions are being held back, so you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach, thus prove your own point. Well, if they're in the way, they either get out of the way or you go through them. Really. Trust me, I know from experience, as did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in a crusade to be proven right. Come visit me sometime, set aside your worries. Sylvia misses you earlier. Invitation to drinks. Giata! Once the patrol is open, a few of the rangers are grabbing drinks at the Plane and Boar. Care to join us? Of course, I understand if you're busy again. Offer still stands. Don't even have to... It doesn't have to be with other rangers. It could just be the two of us, sitting and talking. When out to do much, you get the idea. But feel like we are experiments, Masoni. I suppose I can run fast enough that they don't open the door. Maybe.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
I recommend shooting him and replacing him with somebody who will think.
Thank you for showing restraint.
I have a gun you can borrow. Ecology of the Living Lands, presumably by her father there. It's on a prototype. Slightly singed if someone held it over a fire and considered burning it. Made a breakthrough. For the first time, the device successfully gathered essence into the Adyran core. I credit the interlocking rings a design our colleague took from the ruins across the sea. Oh shit, that's got to be in the Deerwood, because you see that at the start of Pillars of Eternity, first game. She believes the rings pull essence out of the surroundings as the wind currents pull dust or pollen. Why, though I am troubled by what this implies, when we use animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? Presumably enhancing it somehow. But, it's a good question. She's got a lot of food. It's like spuds and the like.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Don't get too boring, any manners.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Despite the fact that his mother has the Dreamscourge. He must have his reasons, focusing on the wrong problems, that's for sure. Then why didn't anyone speak up with you? Must have his reasons.
I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
He's a coward, that's the problem.
Challenge his authority.
He has none. If he won't face reason, behave reasonably, he has no authority.
Without Fior mes Iverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
So ignore his fucking bullshit edicts and carry on doing what you need to do. What's he going to do about it? Try and send the guard after you? I don't think so. He's no guard here, as far as I can tell. You stuck to your principles, that's what matters. Can we still fight the Dreamscourge? Sorry about your exile. I mean, she's just walked across town and gone home, and apparently that's fine. They haven't tossed her out or anything. You're better off without the governor controlling you. True. We still fight the Dreamscourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible.
I like her outfit, actually. It's cool.
I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms.
Yep.
The Dreamscourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Once we've cured it, what's next? You talk like you have a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dreamscourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adyran Envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Worked with animancers before from a safe distance.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Our first order of business is the Dreamscourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
I think there might be a connection. People keep reminding me, hey, look at me as though I'm some kind of experiment. As people keep reminding me.
I only bring it up because animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Helping you pack, you're right. Let it finish. Stay focused. First order of business dream search. Let it finish.
I don't even know. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior mes Iverno.
He doesn't seem to have the means to back up his edict, so I suggest you just ignore it. Or shoot him. Take the time you need to think it over. Nothing ends. New beginning with new friends. For God's sake, say something encouraging to your people. Yeah, he's not much use, is he? You don't have time for this. Nothing ends. New beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost.
I'll be back if you have to kick the door down and fix the problem with
I haven't been allowed to acknowledge the
nuke.
problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes.
Leadership it ain't.
I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
So it's professional consultation we can handle. Whereafter I can handle that, I'll have better luck. When your colleagues talk to me about what happened to you, when the government minds been fit, I don't give a scuttering fuck what he minds.
Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage
We've met her
southeast of
already.
town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks.
Oh, we met them as
southeast
well.
of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dreamscourge.
Sounds like I'll have my work cut out for me. What do you expect to learn? I collect a bunch of answers. Theory on the Dreamscourge anyway. What's your theory?
I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Patience. We'll speak shortly.
What if I want to speak tallly? Or longly? Okay, well, might as well go and hit the Animancy workshop before we leave town, because it's right there.
Careful! We'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already thrown out. Really? Huh. And when did that happen? Can't say as I remember.
Nice. Monto.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect.
And a pair of glasses in town, apparently.
Welcome to our modest workshop.
Giotto and I investigating Dreamscourge. What do you know about metaphysical anomalies? Hardly modest, it's incredible. Explain for an outsider, how does animancy work anyway?
Question. If I were to answer in full, we'd be here for several decades. In short, we animancers study essence, soul matter, if you will. Nearly everything has some essence, including you and I. Here in Emerald Stair, we use essence to enhance the crops, power our machines, even animate corpses. That is a preliminary explanation, but one that should serve, I hope.
It's the what is essence thing and its connection to the soul that is currently unanswered. And any answers there are buried in very long long passages of text. It's not very helpful. Place hardly modest. It's incredible.
Well, maybe to you, but I was educated in the great laboratories of Spirento, in the halls of experimentation. But you didn't journey all this way to hear me reminisce about the old country.
Giada and I are investigating the Dreamscourge.
Giada. What a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
Maybe it could help me fix it. It's not good. She said your machine could help her research. Okay.
Yes, her theory of the Dreamscourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source.
A battery of grimoires? Can you animate one? Can we help? Battery of grimoires?
Grimoires can hold intense power, but not for long. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw in essence. It's too dangerous at this scale. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adyran recently died in a western grove.
Wouldn't have to be an Ardra dragon, would it? The risk of stating the obvious. We are standing in front of a large Ardra pillar.
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died.
Well, at least I don't need to fight the Adragon.
Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
See what I can do. Before I do that, Spirento is one of the 5 city-states of the Avowed Republics. Adragon are ancient beings who are spiritually bound to an Ardra pillar. Defend the home pillars until death against encroaching civilization. Explorers are anyone they perceive as a threat. They sound almost like dryads, actually. Delamgan are plant-like beings bound to ancient trees. So those sound more like dryads, but they sound like they're Ardra dryads. We're content to leave adventurers alone. They have been known to lash out at settlers encroaching their territory.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Well, let's go. That Adragon's heart isn't gonna yank itself out.
This is true. Oh, I already read that, didn't I? Right. So, there's these two down here that we need to go and talk to. Then, there's some spirits there. And a ghost like there and a ghost like there to deal with. And then we'll have to start thinking about ranging out further. Oh, yep, we got some ground to cover, so... I think... headquarters... heading out, hitting that, and then heading back to... well, the only campsite we've got so far is Maxim's Claim. Then we'll need to head this way anyway next time, so that works out well. Given the timing, I think that's probably the way to go.
You ever think, what if I wasn't?
Let's go. Hopefully, as we press on, we'll start learning more stuff about what's actually going on here. No. My hand on the wrong button. Because right now all we're getting is really more questions. Don't you set the scene. Now we're just opening up yet more questions, and then hopefully that means we'll start progressing towards answers before too horrifically long. Yeah, I want to head that way. Hmm.
I'm not making it up. You're not still on about that, are you? Me? Why do you keep insisting I have to be wrong?
Out this way, yes. Yes. Rolling crags. So we're going to see what's happening here. Probably involves large numbers of spiders.
This place has seen better days.
Truffle farm.
Quiet as the
King Skeleton Wizard, okay.
Come and get me. And rock.
Worth and rock.
Pew pew.
Here we go.
Worth and rock.
Did not go the way I wanted it to.
And rock.
Not bad, Mark. Thumbs up.
Worth and rock. Worth and rock.
Got him. I think I might have found the grave. I did.
Pure, I guess.
I'm generally all for respecting people's beliefs, but there are lines at which you have to, points at which you have to turn around and say, you know what? Your beliefs are now a problem. When people are starving and you want to leave food out for the dead, that's getting very, very close. And when the person discussing it has been dead and knows that the dead don't benefit from it in any way at all, in contrast to the person wanting to do the leaving, then you are now past the aforementioned line. Am I? Finding the window and I heard shimmering, but I don't recall opening anything that would result in ending the shimmering. Well. Got here. Alien gauntlets. Let's have a look at those. I suppose it'll be good, but parry efficiency, attack with damage with swords and daggers. Nice. See how they look. Very cool. It's no use they hide truffles under the floorboards, but boars still come for them. Damn things must be able to smell them from miles away. First they uproot my entire herb garden. Now this one of these days I wake up, find they've crashed through my door, torn the entire place apart. Probably me too at this rate. Don't care how much they pay for truffles in Spirinto. This isn't worth it. I'm heading for the docks tomorrow. I can apply my trade anywhere. Yeah, I was going to say, it seemed to me the thing to do is to stop hiding truffles in your house. Under the circumstances. Anyway, that's that done. Now I need to make my way back down to the campsite.
Take him down. Is that all you got? And roll. And roll. And roll.
Went quite well. Little focus for a second there, make sure that guy didn't kick my ass, but it worked. Time capsule note. Place here on 1st of Prima, 2784 by Annie Eora commemorate founding of Fior mes Iverno a year ago. Pieces of our homeland and precious to us carried across the sea to a new frontier. Places cash not for ourselves, but for those who might one day inherit the land we dare to call our own. It is much a project as our home, test of our will against the wilderness. Well, that was not very... no, we may now have lost the battle, but we're not diminished why we fought. Maxim Vidara Governor. Paul McGovern, Thosian Boots. That's his path. Resolve and stamina and carry capacity up. Nice, but not useful. Just wondering if I might find evidence of the late governor being out here. Preferably alive, so it would send him back to depose his son. It doesn't look like.
So I explained all that. They still said no.
They don't look very
I don't
happy.
know what to do. I just don't think they're gonna stop.
When did the Rangers start taking the Zarib side?
Why would Rangers side with Zaribs? Zarib trouble? I refuse to believe the Rangers are allying with Zaribs. Why would Rangers side with Zaribs?
You tell me it doesn't make any sense.
We have had
Catch you later, Caldra.
some of the finest animantic farming equipment available until Zarops came and destroyed it. I spoke to the Rangers about it, but they say the Zarops aren't acting aggressive or killing anyone, so there isn't much they can do.
That's odd. Why would Zarops attack equipment, not just continue the raid?
Maybe we can do something about it. Rangers can't go after every Zarib to break something. Maybe do something about it.
Finally, someone with a little backbone.
The Zarops have made camp in the swamp to the northwest. I'd say be careful, but my guess is they won't attack you unless you give them a reason. Just go check it out and let me know what you find. I'll let the Rangers know once the Zarops are no longer a threat. Gods go with you, my friend.
Zarops, Presumably ties into the bounty quest I had to do. But again, another one to do another day, I think. Way up that way. Cool. See, that's really annoying. I've just cut down here and there's a long swath through the middle that I haven't cleared. Because, well, through me, I guess. Really not a fan of this at all.
Eckworth and Roth! Oh, no, no! Worth and Roth! Eckworth and Roth! Next one's mine!
Spawlings are quite the problem around here. And the door says it's barred, that tells me there's another way in. Somewhere. Smack. Right in his face. Treasure map, painter's regrets. Okay. His house, I guess.
Now look, spoiled on the vine. Zaritz won't even touch them.
Yeah, more about Zarp smashing up machines but not touching the crops. We wonder if the Zarps are in some way infected with the Dreamscourge.
See what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it. They just make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm glad to see revenants working in our fields. I see nothing wrong with it.
What if the body used to be your brother? Your grandfather? You, Adyran, you know what a revenant is, don't you? Your dead friends and family walking around rotting all over your cabbages?
You're using the dead to work fields. Don't see a problem with remnants working fields. I agree with her. They shouldn't be used as farm equipment. No part in this. See, I don't know enough to really have much of an opinion.
More efficient than we are. They don't need to sleep or eat, and it leaves us free to do other things.
Oh, well, fire is much more efficient at harvesting the fields. But we wouldn't want to eat whatever it leaves behind.
Yeah, but not really suggesting they're destroying it.
Wander the valley is one more threat to our children, not to mention to our crops.
Is it though? Revenants are beholden to whomever raised them. As long as the creator can be trusted, so can they.
Is that... Are we certain of that, Matya?
How would I know? I'm a farmer, same as you. But given the state of our fields... you have more faith in the animancers than I do, Ondino.
What's so bad? Don't see a problem. What's so bad about them?
Nothing. That is my point.
Oh, then you will not mind when the animancers put one in your home. Perhaps you can get one of the animancers to raise up your late wife so she can keep cooking your dinner.
Yeah, that's getting a bit weird. On many levels. Also, I assumed they were a couple. Yeah, back to that one.
Are we...
How would I...
I'm inclined to say I don't have a problem with them working in the fields.
Thank you, Frank.
It's just a question of, like, the nature of souls and essence, really. So if it's just some vague ephemeral energy, then no harm, no foul, basically. But if it's literally the bound awareness of people, that was not the right button. Then it's a bit more problematic. I went to press F, and I don't even know why I went to press that, to be honest. And I can't because I'm on Game Pass, but if I was playing this on Steam, I would have got a mod by now that cleared the frickin' fog of war. It just annoys me so bloody much. To an unreasonable extent, really, but I do rather detest it.
Almost every Zarep I've ever met has tried to eat me before I could finish saying hello. I think if I walked into a Zarep camp and wasn't attacked immediately, I'd wonder if I was invisible or something.
You'd have to wonder. Right. Let's get back to camp. I'm good at fast travel, you know, but I'll explore. Dun, 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 dun. Right, the lads want to talk, but I think we might start that one off next time with a bit of chatting. Because for right now, I should get rid of those. Right. Okay, might be worth thinking about some upgrades. For now, I think I will. Is that, and it would take Awakened Ardor to get this to exceptional quality. Whereas with the Grimoire, I could take it up there, but I don't have enough hardwood branches. We could soon make some more. I kind of think I want to do that for now. Interesting. What about this? So yeah, I might bump all of this up for now. Which means for this I just need a little more hardwood branches and Haley's talon. So, how can I do this? I'm one short. Are you kidding me? I need 2 more hardwood branches. Have I got anything else I can get rid of? Well, I'll get rid of 1 for starters. Is there anything in here I could use? Scrap. One pistol and some common round shields for starters. Get rid of 1 of those. Now let's try it. Cool. Now we're over the line. Wonderful. How do you know, Chinyo? Yes, catch you tomorrow, guy. Have a good night. So we are about done. So, these are the upper limit of fine, and soon to cross over to the next level. So let's just check suitably stashed. Cool. Okay then. Well, that was an interesting evening and a few hiccups along the way, an entire crash of my computer, but nonetheless, we were otherwise successful. We got into Fior mes Iverno, got to explore the town, which is quite small actually. A lot smaller than Paradise, and I'm not terribly surprised by that, but I was expecting it to be bigger than it is. Ho hum, ho hum. Yeah. Looking forward to see where this goes. Sorry, I sort of thought I wanted to scribble down while I was at a moment. Yeah, obviously we need to press on with the story to get what was her name? I've forgotten the lady's name now. Gianna? Gianna, the Animancer lady? From what I understand, she is a healer type companion. So she was probably going to replace Marius. I think she'll probably be a bit more useful. He occasionally puts out damage barriers, but he's not that effective on the whole. And she's quite nice. Definitely going to keep Kai, though, because I need his tanking abilities. If you can't do it yourself, you really do need him. But, yeah, definitely enjoying this so far. Looking forward to pressing on further. Hopefully on Thursday, we'll do a bit more of the main story. But I don't suppose we will pick up Xion yet, because getting all the way over to the very extreme edge of the map seems like I probably could do it. I don't know. Maybe we will push that way a bit sooner rather than later, because I'm almost at exceptional quality gear now, which is what I need for the next area. What's the next area called? Shatterscarp. So, yeah. That should be fine. So it should be fine to push on anywhere I want to go. Like a couple of bits towards the end might be a bit challenging, but on the whole, they ought to be all right. So yeah, maybe we will push on with that and then sort of jump around a bit and then hit the side quest stuff after that. Normally I do it the other way around, side quest first, but I want to get the companion and then come back to the rest of it. So I think that'll be the play. Yeah, we'll see how we do. Should be cool. You keep an eye out for any cool pistols, stuff like that. Any more cool wizardy type stuff. Haven't found upgraded grimoires yet. The next level of grimoire, which realistically I don't really need. What I need is whatever grimoire I actually want to keep on me and cast from at the highest level, and then just learn spells from other ones. But that's the one thing about playing a wizard that takes a bit of thinking about. You've got to figure out exactly what spells you want to have on you and which ones you want to sort of cast from the grimoire, and then you can kind of set yourself up and do some interesting stuff. And you can also learn multiple ranks of a spell so that it can do more with it if you so desire. But that'll probably be a later on thing, maybe. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. I know there's a few big bad spells later on that I want to get my hands on that I haven't seen yet, particularly around the frost stuff. I like frost spells because it freezes things in place and just dish out punishment. The electric combo is working quite well for me at the moment, so that's cool. But we'll probably switch back towards frost as a primary thing. But it's good to have like alternate elemental damage types just to back things up with. But so one really high powered frost spell to freeze things with, and then like Spirit Lance and a fire spell and some stuff would be good to have a combo of stuff. But we're not quite in a position to do that yet. We're getting there. But as I play through and I find other weapons, things like that, I'm thinking, I'd like to try this build, that build out. I do want to do a sword and board run. Allegedly, the best weapon in the game, people were saying, is the sword we got from Sargamis. So, yeah. Doing that as a sword and board would probably be quite fun, but I also like the look of using the frost axe. That would also be quite fun. Sword's faster, axe has a bit more stun, and like the frost axe will do more stun and it'll freeze things, so either way it will be a bit more effective than the sword in some way, I think. But I don't know, people are raging about how great the sword is, so I don't know. Options. I definitely would like to play around with a two-pistol build backed up with an arquebus. And play around more with a two-handed sword build, because that's quite fun as well. But yeah, you know, this game is sufficiently large that I don't think I want to be playing through it time and time again at the moment. I kind of enjoyed doing it a bit at the start to try out some other builds and have a bit of fun with it, but I'm just going to focus on this for now, and I'll come back play others another time probably. Yeah, definitely enjoying this. So, tomorrow, the plan is... nice try, Engine. The plan tomorrow is Fallout. Jump into 76 and do some challenges and stuff, which should be good. Otherwise, we'll come back to Avowed on Thursday and Friday. Should be cool. Yeah, looking forward to. Yeah. Tomorrow, I will have another video up. I had a video up today regarding the Ghoul update, so if you want the latest and greatest news on that front, do check that one out. Yeah, as I say, video tomorrow on Season 20. And then either Thursday or Friday, probably Friday, because in all likelihood it's going to take a while, a video on a decoration guide, which will, like I say, it's going to be a chonky boy. Be a big one. But nonetheless, should have lots of cool stuff in it, I hope. If you want to see that side of building that I don't normally show, I want to just kind of veg out and watch, so yeah, should be alright. Yeah, that's the plan for the next few days. Lots of content coming your way. Keep it here. Yes, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. I'm enjoying this one. Looking forward to, well, yeah, everything I've got lined up for the next little while has got me intrigued, both on stream and some stuff that I want to play on my own time as well. So hopefully it will go well. So for now, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subs, notification bell. Social media links in description, channel memberships if you want to check that out. I very much appreciate. Yeah, we'll be back at it very, very soon. Should be good. So, for now, thank you for hanging out. I will catch you all, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, tomorrow night by 8 o'clock. So, till then, have a good night. Night-night, folks. See ya.